How do I simplify expressions with both fractions and decimals? Imagine trying to solve a puzzle where some pieces are fractions and others are decimals. It might seem tricky at first, but with a few simple steps, you can make it much easier. When working with expressions that have both fractions and decimals, the key is to keep everything clear and organized. First, remember the order of operations. Always start with what's inside parentheses. Simplify those parts first, whether they contain fractions, decimals, or both. Next, think about converting decimals into fractions. For example, 0.75 becomes 3/4, and 2.5 turns into 5/2. This makes it easier to work with everything in the same form. Once you've converted decimals, look for common denominators when adding or subtracting fractions. Find the least common denominator, which is the smallest number both denominators can divide into evenly. Rewrite each fraction with this common denominator, then add or subtract the numerators. When multiplying fractions and decimals, multiply the numerators and denominators as usual. If decimals are involved, you can convert them to fractions first or multiply as decimals and then simplify. For division, remember to multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor. For example, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its flipped version. After you've simplified the fractions and decimals, combine like terms. For example, if you have 3x and 5x, add the coefficients to get 8x. Finally, reduce any fractions to their simplest form by dividing numerator and denominator by their greatest common factor. If you have decimals left, round them if needed or leave them as is, depending on the problem. Let's look at a quick example. Suppose you have the expression 2 3 times 4.5 minus 1.5 plus 0.25. First, convert 4.5 and 1.5 into fractions, which are 9 to and 3 to. Simplify inside parentheses. 9 to minus 3 to equals 6 to, which simplifies to 3. Now multiply. 2 3 times 3. The 3 cancels with the denominator 3, leaving you with 2. Finally, add 0.25, which is 1/4 to 2. To add these, convert 2 to a fraction with denominator 4, which is 8/4. Add 8/4 plus 1/4 to get 9/4, or 2.25. So the answer is 2.25. By following these steps, you can confidently handle expressions with both fractions and decimals. The trick is to convert decimals to fractions when it helps, work carefully with common denominators, and always follow the order of operations. This way, simplifying complex-looking expressions becomes straightforward and manageable.